This is why your split squats aren't helping you with your running. The split squat we've talked about a number of times in the past couple of months, but we're going to come back to it today because one thing that I see a lot when I go to the gym, or I talk about with some of my clients when they've done this in the past with either a personal trainer or they experience pain when doing this exercise, is because they're not having the appropriate balance and control when they're moving. So when we're making sure that we're getting into that appropriate position, like we've done in our previous post, we're going to make sure we put that foot out. We're going to stand up from that bench, that step, that chair. If we don't have a bench, step, or chair, we can put our foot up against a wall. That's completely fine as well. Whatever you need to do, get as creative as possible to get this exercise done. Perfectly fine. So we're going to make sure we get into that appropriate position. And what I want you to focus on is we really need to focus on how quickly we're moving and also how our body is moving around that exercise as well. So for someone who is just going up and down and going through this exercise really quick, we're losing a lot of the benefits just right out the gate. Because what that's going to do is going to skip some of those muscle fibers that we want to really focus on. That's going to help with our loading and offloading when we're running. And also we can't really pay attention to what's happening, especially if we're not used to strength training. So what we're going to do is similar to what we did in yesterday's pose, where we're doing a little bit of that eccentric component. We're going to slow it down. And at the same time, what this is going to do is going to, again, time under tension, put a little bit more increase in intensity on this exercise, so cause muscle burning a little bit sooner than if we were doing it very fast. And also, it allows our body to pay a little bit more attention to what's happening, especially for someone who's dealing with hip pain with this exercise or knee pain with this exercise. We can pay attention to what's happening with our hip and our knee. Because if we're somebody who, as we're doing this exercise, has a caving in of our knee, obviously it's going to put more stress on the outside of our knee as the kneecap pushes out, or we're going to get some pinching in the front of the hip. Or for somebody who doesn't have great core control and we start dropping the hip as we continue to go through this exercise. So what we want to do is really pay attention to engaging that core, keeping our hips nice and level. We can do that by putting our hands on our hips, doing this in front of a mirror, and making sure that as we go through, we're going down, our knee is staying over our foot, and continue to go up and down in that nice, slow and controlled manner, so we really feel it in the quad and also the glute on the opposites on that same side to give us the best benefit of this exercise. If you have any questions about this, put this down below and how we can apply this to other exercises as well. If you are looking for specific tips and tricks about different exercises, put those down in the comments as well so I can continue to produce future content for you. Again, like and follow for more. I'll see you guys in the next